We early. We early. What's good, y'all? What's popping? What's the deal, y'all? We definitely had to come in here tonight and get to it. Fat Joe, I don't know if Fat Joe done went crazy, lost his mind, or he just needs some attention. But Fat Joe went on Math Hoffa. Shout out to Math Hoffa. He went on the barbershop, man, and he said some really crazy things last night. I mean, I thought they was crazy. I thought that if he was going to try to get that point across, he could have got it off in a different way. The way he articulated it, nah, it was bogus. Now, you can have your beef, whatever, with particular individuals you want to have, but intimate that Black Americans is broke, man, that was out of line. I kind of want to get into the audio of what he said because I don't want to just be paraphrasing the man. We're going to listen to some of the audio that he said and get some comments on how people is feeling about this right here. Salute to you. Salute to you. But we definitely got to get into this, y'all. We definitely, for the last few days, we've been getting into a lot of issues between Black and brown, unfortunately, on the East and the West Coast. Now, when we look at Fat Joe, we look at him as, you know, he done got his doctorate from Black colleges. He been adapted into the Black community. You know, he's at the Essence Awards every year. But yet and still, he took this shot yesterday. And he said a few things. He said a few things on that podcast that could raise some eyebrows.
Need a quick refresher on lease buyouts? To start,
some eyebrow raising things he said
on to know that the car's manufacturer is actually the legal owner of the car.
I want to get your opinion.
Okay, so we're gonna get into this audio. Listen to this, and this from Math Hoffa, the barbershop.
Is this like the year of just scaring people straight?
Whoa. I definitely don't want to play none of this music. All right, here we go.
I was about to say that was the most unique way I ever heard his name. But it's Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
For the what you call it? For the life of me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why this nigga did this. He's the biggest star in the world. He said he got beat up.
He had a diabolical plan.
But who thinks? Why? All right, you tell me why Jussie Smollett did that.
To get the ratings up on Empire, possibly?
No, he's the biggest star in the world.
No. I don't understand.
Let me ask y'all something, because I got to find the clip, but why y'all think Math Hoffa sat there and let him say some of those things? Do y'all think that the culture is different in New York than it is around the country? Because he was speaking about Guyanese, he was speaking about Puerto Ricans, he was speaking about Dominicans, and a lot of those are on the East Coast. But what was he really meaning? What was he really meaning? Let's see. Dang, it's almost like Math didn't put that clip up. Yeah, it's like you saying all of this stuff about Black people, but you delivering it with the N-word in it.
Your health is your biggest asset.
My man, Lord
For
Jamar
California,
had it. He responded.
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the he broke.
Whoa. Now see, whoever in the fuck these broke niggas is. So he said that the foundational Black Americans are broke niggas. Bro, let me send you the link. You just the man I was looking for. Just the brother I was looking for. How do I share this here? Let me invite guests. Yeah. Oh shit, man. I don't know how to work this fucking StreamYard, my nigga. Damn, how can I send this fucking link? Okay, look, I keep trying to tell y'all out west, we all grew up together and never get it twisted. Us Ricans are black. Damn, I gotta get you up here, my nigga. Hold on. Because I don't want you to get it twisted on my perception of what we talking about. I definitely don't want you to get my perception twisted. Let's see, how do I share a link? Invite a guest. Okay, guest. Okay. The fuck you mean upgrade? Because I guest must authenticate. Man, I don't need all that shit, cuz. Why can't I just invite a guest? Damn, my nigga. Have Dopest text me your number or something, bro. This is bullshit. Or message me on Clubhouse right now, and I'll send you a link, and we'll go up. Oh, invite. Okay, there we go. Because I definitely want some. I don't care how long it takes to get this live right here popping, man. We definitely got to address this, man. We definitely got to address this. We definitely got to talk about this. We definitely got to get to this. So I put the link out there. Anybody that want to pull up, man, and talk about this live. We talking about what Fat Joe said. You know what I mean? We're not taking it that Ricans ain't black.
Black racist. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the he broke. We got a Looney Tune, like your man Lord Jamal, who's a Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
He's a loony bin, right?
A lot of people came out and criticizing Mav Hoffa for this, man. They criticizing Mav Hoffa for this, these words right here.
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them. Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever these books. We got a Looney Tune, like your man Lord Jamal, who's a Looney Tune.
mm-hmm.
He's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention, it's this and this and that. They get a guy who, he was a legend, he's brand Nubian,
Right.
and he's the wackest in the crew, be clear. But now, this might be like trying to get lit, trying to say anything. World flat, this, that, anything to go viral.
Fat Joe has an album out right now.
That must be what it is. Fat Joe got an album out right now. So he need to get in the mentions. He need to get trending. There my nigga is. Okay, let me
My bad. You can leave it like that. It's straight if you want. My bad. I just have to, because I know this isn't going to be a 2-minute conversation. You can hear me, right?
yeah.
Did you hear what I just said, my guy?
How can I have my nigga? Some Puerto Ricans are black, some are not. I've been there and seen the difference in the living situations and the treatment. That's a fact. You've been there. I know that for a fact. How? Wait. Is my nigga in here?
Yeah, you can't hear me?
Got my
Can you
nigga
hear
on
me?
stage. My nigga gone. Nah, he gone. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Some Puerto Ricans is black and some is white. Some is not. People got to understand that. And I was arguing with a dude today on Clubhouse named 88, who's a kind of a shade of a Puerto Rican like. Okay, let's see. Add my nigga to the stage. My nigga's in here with the audio only.
Can you hear me?
Group layout. Are you in here, bro?
Can you hear me?
How come I can't get my nigga with the new layout? Add item. Dynamic grid.
Can you hear me?
Hey,
So, okay, I don't know
I'm
if
new
you
to
can hear me.
motherfucking.
So now you might have to. You see the little
You
dot?
hear? I don't hear, bro.
Oh,
I
so
don't
you
even
can't hear
see
me?
my nigga.
Oh, this is crazy.
That's why I got to get the fucking headphones. Wait, damn, that nigga went right there. I just seen my nigga. What the fuck, cuz? Oh, you hear both of us? Yo.
But you can't hear me though, because I got YouTube playing on my phone, and I can hear me and I can hear you, but you can't hear me. Can you hear me, my guy?
I just seen a nigga. That's my nigga. 5/5. Your guest can hear you. I hear him. You know what it is, bro? I gotta get the fucking. I gotta get the motherfucking headphones. I can't add no guests. I gotta go dolo right now. My bad. You know what I mean? But look, this is the thing, y'all. This is always something that's on Clubhouse. People is always arguing about this. Who's the FBA? Who's got the rights to the land? Who should be here? Who should get reparations? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what Fat Joe's deal is right now. I don't know what he trying to say, what he trying to get at with this whole line right here. I'm gonna play this audio again because this shit, I thought this shit was way out.
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican. Don't want to.
Okay, so look, let's talk about Tariq Nasheed. Let's talk about Lord Jamar, and let's talk about people with radical views. What do you deem radical? What do you determine as radical? Why do you determine someone who wants to assert their rights to a particular land as radical, when that is the exact opposite claim that what you're saying? You feel what I'm saying? That's what the Latino is saying. They're saying that their culture goes back to a different land, like goes back to Puerto Rico. They have a Puerto Rican culture, Dominican culture. You can go back to Dominican Republic. The foundational Black American is saying that their foundation is right here as a Black American. And I think they have a right to say that. But when you start saying some of the racist things and saying some of the negative terminology, throwing around racial epithets or stereotypes that align with different races, yeah, that's when your position or your beliefs start to become kooky, or they say you out there. You know what I'm saying? When Jamar and Godfrey stopped rocking with Vlad in 2020, I unfollowed Vlad. See? Now see, it's always somebody that's on the extreme. It's always the extreme. Damn, 5/5. I wish I could get you in me. American Cholo is scared of Tariq and Whack 100. American Cholo lived right down the street from Tariq Nasheed, and Whack 100's studio is right around there, not far from where American Cholo is. Let's not talk about American Cholo right now. American Cholo is a different set of circumstances. This is something because Fat Joe wasn't only speaking for himself, Puerto Rican people. Fat Joe was speaking for Guyanese people. He was speaking for Jamaicans. He was speaking for people from the Caribbean. At least he thought he was, because I don't know if they said that he was their spokesman. It's a shame. I got to step my game up, man, and get my headphones up, because somehow I can't see my nigga 5/5. And damn, bro, I'll end this live and come back. If you send me your number, I could send you a link. And I got another software we can pop in, man, because I think that this topic is important enough that we have to do it that way. You want to look? Let me give you this number to text it to, bro. Text it to this number. Text that number. Text that number ahora mismo, and I'm gonna send you the number right now. I'm gonna send you the link to my other software and we'll get it in straight up. If you hear me, hey y'all, I'm probably gonna come back on a different software so I can get, because it's important, y'all, that we get 5/5 up in here, because 5/5 is Puerto Rican, and we definitely want to hear his perspective on this. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important that we hear Puerto Rican's perspective, somebody that's coming from the East Coast, somebody that's coming from on that side. I think it's super duper important that we gain that perspective. I think if we took in the perspective of somebody that's coming from the West Coast, it's a different culture. Although it's a part of a similar culture, we definitely need somebody that's coming from the Caribbean side. And if you text that number, bro, 323-516-1462, I will hit you with the link. Get it in. If not, you know what I'm saying, we can keep rolling this way. But I got another way that we can get it in right now. No doubt. I think it's important that we do it the right way. I definitely don't want to have a one-sided argument. I wish if my nigga Dopus was around, he could open up the room, you know, because he got to. But y'all, I got to step my game up. 2025, we're stepping it up. We're stepping all the way up. The content, new layout. We're about to design a whole new studio here, and we're about to be pumping out serious content that's talking about serious issues that's helping real people. This is something right here that's affecting a lot of people because, for one, I got Puerto Rican people in my family. I got Spanish people in my family. And like some of my kids, my grandkids, they're mixed. So you know, you get conflicted in some of these arguments. Some of these arguments hit you in some hard places. You know what I mean? And put you in a rock or over a hard place, like, especially the majority of the times it's celebrities that are driving the culture one way or another, driving the argument one way or another. Now, what if you was a black dude, you ride to work every day with your Puerto Rican friend? You feel what I'm saying? No question. What you ride to somebody like Fat Joe puts you in a position where now you arguing, you uncomfortable with your friends. We definitely need to have this conversation because we're getting in a time period where culture's emerging. Populations are dwindling in different areas, and people don't realize that. And it's something about poor people or people that come from disenfranchised areas. They like to hold on to where they came from. They like to hold on to their culture. And I understand that Latinos have a strong culture. Puerto Ricans have a strong culture. Dominicans have a strong culture. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Colombians, you know, the whole thing. People have a lot of pride. You always see that. They ride around with their flag in their window. A lot of them. I don't want to stereotype anybody, but I'm just speaking to the level of pride that they have in their countries or their where they come from. And that's the same for black people. Black people have pride in being black. And a lot of times people feel that people are black in selective instances. People are black when it's convenient, but when it's not convenient to be black, they can omit themselves from the black race by putting themselves in a different category. Yes, our struggles are similar, but our genesis is not synonymous with each other. It's similar, but it's not the same. It's close, but it's not the same. But if we didn't have so many language barriers, we wouldn't have the problem with these cultures. We're still letting white supremacy dictate the way we negotiate with each other. We're still operating under a class system, under a shade system, light skin, dark skin. Somebody tell me if I'm speaking the real or if I'm just talking some bullshit, man. You know, this is a real topic. And people were saying that Fat Joe wasn't always representing himself as a Puerto Rican. I'm not sure about that. You know what I'm saying? But what I am sure about is that Fat Joe jumped out there with them comments. Let's hear what Cuban Link had to say about Fat Joe's racist comments, or what some people are determining as racist comments.
Okay, you saw the Smooth interview, right? Where he spoke about being in the studio.
Yes, sir. Smooth always been a real one, a good one. He's been taken out of conversations.
Y'all listening to Cuban Link, man?
Brought out like that. And the reason why I told you, interview that brother, is not because, he takes my time. He just knows the truth, and he's a humble dude that's going to speak it the way he saw it, the way he processed it, and the way it was. Yeah. And that's the reason I told you, my nigga, Smooth, when you asked me who's Smooth, and he didn't go to me, he told you.
Yeah, he reached.
Look, and this was a discussion earlier that people were having on Clubhouse, because this was a hot topic today. Because you have a lot of people on Clubhouse that are from the East Coast. Shout out to all my niggas on Clubhouse. You had Guyanese people. You have people who are Puerto Rican. You still have people who are Puerto Rican and Dominican at the same time. And you have black people. You have some people who are black and Puerto Rican. So on the East Coast, you have a different dynamic than we see on the West Coast. And by me having a chance to fraternize and converse with these people every day, I see that they all pretty much live as one, but they still live separate, if you follow what I'm saying. I wish I had bro up here to talk about it, but I couldn't pull it off. But we're going to do our best to rock out like we're doing now. So today the discussion went like this. Are we all together? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get you up in here, my nigga. I'm gonna try again. Add to the stage.
Well, you should be able. So, can you hear me?
All
you
right.
can hear me?
Go ahead, my nigga.
All right. So now, what it was is that I wasn't trying to get. I was in the bed. I was trying for some reason. See, I'm trying to come up here with no camera, and it's not letting me. So a little while ago, the chat was saying that they could hear me, but you couldn't hear me, but I could hear you. It was a whole bunch of crazy shit. Like my whole shit is tripping.
Nah, you good. I had the shit fucking muted, bro. Come back. Yeah, we good now. Nah, it wasn't. Nah, we good. It was me the whole time. Smoking too much, man. Smoking too much. Smoking too much, y'all. Smoking too much. Sipping too much. The drink is heavy. The smoke is heavy. I'm trying to get it in. My bad, but we got it. I hear my nigga now. I'm new to this StreamYard shit, y'all. I'm new to this StreamYard shit. But like I was saying, man, so the culture is different on that side, my nigga.
I don't know why it does. For some reason.
Nah, it was me, bro. I had the shit on fucking mute the whole time. Smoking
Nah, but this should be, you see how, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, but you keep.
See, like right now, I should be able to be up here with my camera off.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See.
So now, when you know how in the other screen I'm small, you see my car? that's when my camera's off. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
I was just in the bed chilling. I was like, oh shit. So I was trying to hit the stage like that, and for some reason it's not letting me. When I turn my camera off, it takes me off the stage. See, it takes me right off.
nah,
I don't know why it takes
we need you up there with that Boricua flag in the back.
That's why I changed my background. You know what I mean? Real talk,
Hey man,
early.
so let's get to it, bro.
All right, so now I know you started a half an hour ago, right? But
Okay.
we're gonna start all over again. My bad.
All right. All right. Because
So now,
I
check it.
want to
You
get
on
your
a laptop,
perspective.
right? Are you
Yeah,
on a
no question.
laptop? All
Yeah.
right. You see on the bottom. You see that box? You are street. Yeah. So you see that box? See it? You see where it says present, or rather
Yeah.
screen share? You're gonna say screen share. See that, right?
Mine says present. I don't see screen share.
Okay. So present screen share comes right after that, right? So you can present. In other words, you go to the top of your screen, you hit a plus
Okay.
sign, and open up another window. You'll probably leave
Okay.
this window, but stay on the other one because we'll be able to hear you and see you. You can't see us, but we can see you. That's the most important. So when you're on the other page typing, don't be making no funny faces because you can't see us. Because in the future, the people will be able to see you. So just always remember that, right? So you can go to the
Yeah.
other page, right? Type in Math Hoffa. Go to it.
Uh-huh.
This is what you should be doing right now. Pull up the video that you want to see, right? Leave that straight right there, and then go to present. Then you're gonna click. It's gonna come up on the bottom the way I did, a whole nother screen, and then put it to so you can put it on the screen so everybody that's listening they can see what you're talking about. And you push play.
No
It'll be
question.
on the screen with us.
So I'm gonna click.
So
So it's
up top,
saying,
hit the plus sign, so it opens up another screen. So it's gonna take you away from the StreamYard YouTube. It's gonna take you away from that.
all right,
Okay.
all
So
right,
now open up a page and get to YouTube. Open up YouTube.
okay.
And then go to or you can do the rest on here if you want. Like right
Exit.
now, you can go back down to present, and you can do the rest while we can see it, or you can do it all over there and set it up so when it comes on the screen, it's good to go. However you want to do it. This is just so future reference. So whenever you're on live, this is how I do it.
All right. Let's see here.
So you got the screen up, you got the page up.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. I appreciate that.
All right. So now you got the video, right?
I got Fat Joe. No. Let me get the video. That's my video.
Go to the YouTube channel, go to the
Fat
Math
Joe
Hop or
Math
whatever. I mean, I
Hoffa.
can do it if you want, but I want you to do it so whenever you're presenting anything, you know what to do. You can
Yeah.
always do it.
I don't even fucking leave my own stream. Right.
No, don't worry about
So
it. We're here. That's why I said don't make no funny faces just because you can't see us. Your audience can see you. So you're away. You already got
all
it
right.
loaded up.
So when it says choose what to share with StreamYard.
Well, now wait. Go down to
So I'm
screen share, and then when you go to screen share, you want to hit window, and then click on the bottom. Make sure the audio come through. It should be like a little button you slide it across.
I seen that part. It said audio with it. Is anything coming
Boom.
up?
Wait, it's loading
Man, I
up. It's
don't want to
loading
show no
up.
fucking
Oh, you had
video.
it. Go back. You had it. You had it. You had it. You was doing it perfect. Oh, this nigga booted himself. What the hell? How'd you do that? Oh my God. You gotta come back. You gotta get back on your live. No, he didn't. He did not remove himself from his live. And we're still live. Let me see, he got commercials playing. Well, I'm 5 Fifths, man. It's the name of my channel's right here. Let me see. Yeah, he really booted me off. I don't know how he did that. Let me see. You got sound? Yeah, all right. So now check this out. So what a lot of people, let me get this. Let me get into the right state of mind here. So we gotta understand that the system always wants division, separation, division. That's what they want: division, division, division. Because there's a YouTube video where Fat Joe is on there talking about how we are black. Puerto Ricans are black. We are. There's no such thing as some Puerto Ricans are black and some are not. Nigga, we're black. We have black in us. Now, don't get it fucked up. With the colonization, a lot of shit, a lot of people, how do you say it? We say brillante, like in Benenao. Like a lot of people's brain was poisoned. A better way of, like, all right, I'm gonna give you a prime example. And I didn't even know this existed in black people because I used to be married to this black girl, right? And we went down to South Carolina to visit her mom. And I experienced racism. The only time in my life I only experienced shit one time, and it was from a black person. It wasn't even from a white person. But I didn't even know that this exists in black people because I've only heard it existed in Puerto Ricans. Right? Where real light skinned Puerto Ricans, they look down on dark skinned Puerto Ricans. Like they treat us like shit, like they look down on us. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't treat us the same. So it's like they just, I don't know. It's hard. I don't even like saying. I don't identify with this shit, but it's a fact. Light skinned Puerto Ricans. I mean, now in 2024, it's getting a little bit more, but yeah, it's a fact. The light skinned Puerto Ricans, they like dark skinned Puerto Ricans, but that's in. And then when I went down south, I'm with this. I'm with my ex wife at the time. Well, she was my wife at the time, but now she's my ex wife, right? Like I said, she's black. So we're in South Carolina and shit. And I love it down there. I fucking love this shit. Um, and we was at a it wasn't a Zaxby. Bojangles. That's what it was. Bojangles. Was at a Bojangles. And I'm not really a fast food person. I don't like fast food. I like home cooked food. I'm not a fast food person, right? Oh, by the way, if you're in the chat, hit that like button. You heard? So I'm not a fast food person. So I get like a plain burger. Like literally. I just want bread, cheese, burger, bread. Nothing else. Plain burger type shit. These niggas, and you know, everything in the South, everything is larger. So these niggas brought me a big ass burger. And off the rip, when I grab it, I'm like, yo, this ain't mine. Mind you, I'm married to this shit. She got kids. Me and her didn't have kids. But she had already had kids, right? And we're all sitting at the tables. We squad deep. And I get my sandwich, and I'm like, damn, this shit's mad big. I open this shit, got all kinds of shit. I'm like, I go back up there. Like, this is not what I ordered. I ordered a plain burger. Mind you, it took them about 5 minutes to make this burger. They're like, yo, but this burger has everything. It got pickles. I was like, yeah, I don't want that. I just want a plain burger, right? That's what I said, plain burger. And them niggas, I don't know. I don't know. It's like they never heard a nigga want plain burger, right? So it takes them about a half an hour to make a plain fucking burger. Mind you, it took them 5 minutes to make a burger with everything on it. It took them 5 minutes to make that one. But it took them like a half an hour to make a plain burger. And they get nothing on it, just fucking plain, right? So leave it at this. It took so long that by the time my burger came, everybody was done eating all their food. Nigga, so, and mind you, while this is happening, the people are coming out. Like, the cashier, she's bringing every employee out the back one at a time to come look like it's him that wants the new burger. It's him that wants it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is the problem? Bro, you know I'm up there on that up north shit. And we talking like 6, 7 years ago. We're not even talking like a year ago. We talking like not even that long. This is like 2020, matter of fact, like 4 years ago. Almost 5. Right? So I'm down there, I'm just Bojangles. And when my shit come, nigga, I look up, man, we out. They're like, yo, we out. So we all walk into the car. They see me with the tray. I throw out all the food. And they look at me, and all the employees are lined up looking at me like if they're watching me to throw this shit out, right? I mean, they're like if they're watching me to eat it. And I look at them, I'm like, what y'all think? I'm fucking stupid? What y'all think is this into this fucking burger? I ain't eating this motherfucking shit and threw it in the garbage right in front of them. And they looked at me like, what the fuck? Like, man, I ain't eating this motherfucking shit and threw that shit in the trash. And now I'm asking the person I'm with. I'm like, what the fuck going on? I ain't never experienced this shit. I thought the white people were racist down here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck going on, man? And she like, nah, this is, and then that's when she put me on the game. And she like, nah, they think you a light skinned black dude, this and this and that. I'm like, even if I was, I said I'm Puerto Rican, like, but even if I was, why the fuck would I didn't understand that shit. And now we driving and now we going back to I think we was in Conway County, South Carolina. That's what I think that shit was called Conway or some shit. Right? So then we leaving and she's explaining this shit to me about how light skinned black people don't really they look down upon or they frown upon dark skinned blacks. Some fucking weird shit. I can't really get it. I don't know all the factors to that, so I don't really want to get into that. So then I'm like, yeah, we kind of dealt with that type of shit too. Right? So now there's videos, like I was saying, there's videos of Fat Joe on camera on niggas YouTube with mad big audience saying that we are black, bro. Because the best way I like to explain it, because you know, I'm the first one born here. All my siblings, my parents, everybody born in Puerto Rico. I'm the first one born. I had to learn English. In my household, we talk all Spanish. When the TVs is running everything Spanish, my music, I ain't joking. Look, I'm gonna go to my iTunes. I am not joking. My playlist, all Spanish music, B. All Spanish music, B. All reggaeton and shit. You know what I mean? And the best way I like to explain this shit is back in the day when we were colonized, because remember, his story is his story. Who's he? He's the motherfucker who won the war, nigga. It's the best way to fucking say that. You know what I'm saying? So, the best way I could put it is, back when we were colonized and the slave ships came, we were raped, bro. The women were raped. So, it's like Puerto Ricans, right? Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, Colombians, and there's another, but the cans, nigga, the Latins, right? These are our three races. These are actual facts. These are the three bloods that make us us. What make a Dominican is black, white, and native to their island. Those three combined. What makes a Puerto Rican? Black, white, and Taino. Taino's native or Borican, whatever. Native to our island. Those three. We are black, my nigga. Same thing with Colombians. They're black, white, and whatever native to their island. Same shit. Because if you go far enough back, they tell you America was called Turtle Island. It wasn't even called America. And they tell you Africanus was actually the last name of a person. And in Puerto Rico, back in the day, it was called Borican. And then in America, in the school system, they try to teach you like if Haiti, right? Haiti and the Dominican Republic are two different locations when it's the same fucking island. But they try to make it seem like it's two different locations, it's the same island. So Dominicans, Colombians, Puerto Ricans, we all grew up in the Bronx, bro. Black people, we all grew up together, bro. And now, so the fuck shit where niggas was talking, right? Because we got some of the earliest DJs out here. Some of the niggas that was there with the breakdancers. When niggas started beatboxing, breakdancing on cardboards, niggas started DJing in the parks. All that shit happened around the same time, bro. And it's like, there's a saying now that people say, life influences art, and sometimes art influences life. This is how you can tell that we all come from source, bro. People get downloads at the same time, bro. So I don't give a fuck when nobody say everybody was doing the same shit at the same time. Those probably called different things. In LA, y'all niggas was gangbanging in the 60s and 70s, right? Well, out here in the East, we was doing that too, but it just wasn't gangs. It was crews. In other words, out West, y'all niggas call them sets. This set, that set, this fucking neighborhood, that neighborhood, and then those certain sets rep the same flag, right? Well, over here, it was just same shit, but instead of sets, it was crews and posses, but niggas ain't rep the same flag. That was the difference. So when y'all niggas was banging, we was banging too, but it was crews and posses. But a lot of that, y'all niggas was mainly banging for territory. These niggas was banging for territory, but when that crack hit them, a lot of niggas was banging for that bread. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all stay stuck with that segregation. So like in Connecticut, because this is what I say about niggas in the West. I don't know why y'all niggas still fucking like segregated on some wild shit. Because like in Connecticut, right? If you go to prison, right, and you tell them you're a gang member, it's worse for you. Out there, they put you with your people. I heard in Cali they put you with you. They ask you what gang you down with, and they put you with your gang. I guess I don't know. I've never been in prison in Cali. That's what I heard. I'm not talking about jail. I'm not talking about county. I'm talking about prison. Nigga being sentenced. You up to wait. You know what I'm saying? My inmate number start with a 2-5. I called my inmate number when I was 16. That's the youngest you could get it in my state at 16. So over here, if you a gang member, they punish you for that. They put you in a separate jail with all the, and your time is worse. Shit is worse for you. So like out here, red and blue, that is a gang. Red and blue is a gang out here. That is one gang. Out west, red is one gang, blue is another gang. But in Connecticut, red and blue is a gang. That's one gang. And that gang didn't care about color. Because back then, there was a lot of Nietas and a lot of Latin kings, There were some black gangs too. There was like they became the 20 Love, but before that, they were called like the Magnificent 17, 18, 19, 20, and them. But them Latin king niggas, they had so much structure and so many people that they became bullies. And then a whole bunch of other shit happened, and then the Puerto Ricans turned against them. Then this gang, red and blue gang, came out called the Solids or Sólidos. The Solid was like solid, and they didn't care about color. They didn't care if you're a black, white, Panamanian. They didn't care. The only way you could get down with them is by putting in work on the Latin King in the prisons, not in the streets. When they first started in the prisons. So out here in the East, we always was blended together in all the hoods. In all the hoods, the blacks and Spanish, we were always together at all times, bro. We were all, we can pull up. If this nigga was here, I would pull up a video that would show you, because now people, because now we're in a time of information. You get what I'm saying? So in other words, I could be going through some shit in my hood that you probably already went through in California, and I'd be like, damn, this shit crazy. You'd be like, nigga, I went through the same shit. You could give me the info I need to help me circumvent whatever the fuck I'm going through, because now we're in a time of information. We can communicate. And so you can see somebody across the whole world going through something that you're about to go through. And you can you can gain knowledge through the internet, bro. Layman's terms, best way to put that. Doesn't matter what your experience is, somebody else probably already experienced it for you. Like if you can learn how to change a tire, you can learn how to fix shit in your car just by Google, writing it on the internet, writing in year, make, and model of your car and what's wrong, and somebody with a video pull up, oh, look, this is what happened with my same as that car with that problem, and this is how I fixed it. We're in the time of information now. We didn't have that before. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I never got about the West. So because even something we learn quick on the East, even if I'm banging against you, letting them things off, the police gonna come, the block is hot, we can't get money like that. The block is on fire now, we can't get money like that. Remember, we're not talking about now where all you need is one of these. All you need is a phone, B. All you need is a phone. And that's when the pagers came out, and then now you're the moving block. Wherever you at, they're gonna come to you now. You get what I'm saying? So we knew, because after a certain amount of time, I tell people this shit all the time, man. Back in the day, the cop, the prosecutor, and the CO, the judge, other niggas was related, bro. Those are all white people, bro. So it's me fighting against you, and then this white nigga come arrest us. Then his cousin come prosecute us. Then his uncle is the judge, and his grandfather's the CO type shit. You get what I'm saying? We learned it quick, bro. Out here in the East, it didn't take us too long to figure that shit out. Like, damn, bro. Fuck going on, man? We fighting each other, and then this nigga come arrest me. We fighting each other, then I gotta pay this nigga to defend me. We fighting each other, and it's that nigga's cousin closing our cell. What the fuck? Now I gotta make phone calls. Now I gotta pay that nigga's uncle, because his uncle's who owns the fucking phone company. So now I gotta think about this shit. These are all facts, bro. Because now you got commissary. Well, I don't know how much y'all call it out there, but over here it's commie. Now we got our commissary set up where these niggas all buy from one company. One company. This one company makes all the soups, the TVs, everything type shit. So now that's another white person. You know what I mean? So on the east, so this is where shit gets a little like this at, because Cali, everything is just one big ass state. On the east is not like that. We're not just one big ass state like Cali. And then on top of that, everybody says New York, right? Well, what you think about New York is not even 1% of that state. That's the smallest part of the state. Because New York City is only the corner. The rest of New York State is bigger than the whole city, but there's more people in the city than anywhere else in that state.
What we
Look up
talking
the
about?
map. Man, we talk about all kinds of shit because you just dipped off on a nigga. Like, now I'm gonna act like we on the street. We can act like we on the street, like we just posted up chilling in the projects, and you like, yo, mid conversation, you just take off on a nigga. You don't even say nothing.
Police was chasing me. Police was chasing me.
Who?
I got my disgruntled fam up in the building. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's get to it, man. We're here now.
I don't know. I've been jumping all around, bro. Okay, so you got the screen share up?
Man, let's don't worry about all that right now. I'll get class later.
I got you. What you said, Math Hoffa, right?
Yeah, so yeah, you do your stuff.
Nah, I'm gonna bring it up and you're gonna pull it up on the screen.
Nah, I can't, man. I didn't do
No. I'm gonna bring it up. No, I got you. This is what you're gonna do. Hold up, bro. You're gonna bring it up on the screen. Now you should see me down there. You see that screen down there? Pull it up. That's me.
We got
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, pull it up on the screen. All right, now I'm gonna go over here. Now tell me which video. The one right here, the Fat Joe one? No, that was like 2 years ago.
No, we want the one.
This one, Fat Joe Exposed, is from yesterday.
So Fat Joe, not too much on the disgruntled. All right, look. Fat Joe.
This was 4 days ago. He's talking about Pat. So now check it. Hold on.
Let's go Lord Jamar react.
You want me to go to Lord Jamar first?
Yeah, because we've already pretty much played the audio of the Fat Joe. Let me see. Shout out to my nigga Reds. Shout out to Chantel. Shout out to Big Chuck. Shout out to all my people out there. You know what I mean? We in
that was like a half an hour ago, bro. You're late.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? They was shooting over here. I had to run. You know what I'm saying? I'm a scary nigga. Hey, that nigga Star was going in last night, man. So look, that was a bit. Yeah, go up.
This one right here, right? 21 hours ago.
Let's go up under the one up under Star.
The one under Star.
Let's see.
Nah, because the one above it, this is Lord Jamar, but that's 5 months ago. That's not what you're looking for.
There's one where Lord Jamar reacted to his shit. To what?
I know, and that's what I'm looking for. It should be like today.
Yeah. Let me see.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking at the time. You see how it says 8 hours ago? That's what I'm looking at the time.
I'll give you that.
That one says 5 months ago. I don't know why.
Hey, the one that says no respect. No, yeah.
No respect?
No, that's not it. Let me see. Here it is. Okay. Lord Jamar puts Fat Joe on blast.
Oh, that's what you.
Forgotten King. Shout out to Forgotten Kings. Go to Forgotten Kings 2.0.
Forgotten King?
Yeah. They got Lord Jamar puts Fat Joe on blast.
All one word or two? I don't know who that is.
Forgotten
Kings. What? Like Forgotten Kings, all one word, or here we go.
Forgotten Kings is 2 words.
I got it.
Yeah, that's him. Shout out to Forgotten Kings.
Right here, 9 hours ago. Yeah. Hold on.
There you go. That's the one right there.
Hold on. So you see what I'm doing right now, right? Because this is an important part. Because I'm not a hater. Most niggas is haters. I don't gotta hide the game. Right?
No question.
So when you're doing this, you're gonna want to go to settings. That's what you're about to see me do, and I'm gonna change the speed. Because when you change the speed, they can't hit you with no strikes. They can't report your channel. It doesn't even come up. All you have to do is change the speed on the video. And you can react to any channel like this. Doesn't matter if it's music, you just gotta change the speed. I like to put the speed at 1.5. I mean at 1.25. Just to change the speed.
Oh, that's good game.
Rumors were
I want to make sure we right. Go with the screen. Are we ready? Let's go.
These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay, it's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican, don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right. So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're gonna give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA Foundation.
So wait. I gotta stop that right there. Wait. Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, I heard it a few times.
No. He said that they don't like anybody who don't look like them. So that means skin color don't matter. That means it's not this, nigga. That's not what he's talking about. you ever seen white people that don't like white people? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. If you're not like them, if you don't have their beliefs, then that's why he said that they don't even like Guyanese. They don't even like black people. They don't even like Spanish people. They don't even like that.
Let's hear the full audio of what he said.
Let's go.
Who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're gonna give them too much clout.
I mean,
the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever these bro is. We got a Looney Tune like your man Lord Jamal, who's a fucking Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
He's a loony bin, right? We just said that the drug of choice is attention. It's this and this and that. They get a guy who he was a legend. He's Brand Nubian,
right?
And he's the wackest in the crew. Be clear.
So now you know why I don't got a problem with that part right there. Remember, Fat Joe and Brand Nubian. Well, remember, Fat Joe, when he first started rapping, that was around Brand Nubian time. We're not talking about somebody that's talking about a whole nother era. He was in their era. You get what I'm saying? He was in their era. So when Brand Nubian was rapping, he was dropping music too at the same time.
But that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's not the topic at hand.
No. What I'm talking about, why he's calling them whack and shit. That's because they were competitors.
I understand why he's calling them whack, because I know about Brand Nubian. You feel what I'm saying? There's no way he could be up on the level of Grand Poobah and all of them niggas. No. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't know nobody who rap like Poobah today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't think I don't know my East Coast shit, my nigga. That's what I want you to know.
And that's crazy that is divided like that. Because a lot of us East Coast niggas, prior to basically prior to like NWA, we don't really have a West Coast reference too much. Now, prior to NWA over here, we don't really have too much of a reference unless you're doing like a Montel Jordan or like that girl Boss, because that was West Coast music to us. Get what I'm saying? But prior to like NWA, we don't really have too many names that we could just. But like on the East, like you're saying, we got bad names, and we could just keep going further and further back. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
So you're telling me, yeah. Okay. So let's think. Let's focus in on what we're talking about. The matter at hand.
All right.
Are some of the things that Fat Joe said true? Yeah, we have to agree that some of the shit that he said is true. Somebody might look at some of these positions of Lord Jamar and people like Lord Tariq Nasheed as eccentric. But when he threw in the who are these broke niggas, that's where it got tricky.
Okay. Prior to like 30 days ago, have you ever heard it, the FBA?
Oh, yeah. I've heard about FBA for a long time.
I ain't never heard about the niggas till today.
See what I'm saying?
I've never heard them letters before in my life. Never.
Wow. So see, I'm gonna say this then. You're not informed because FBA has been a topic. FBA is a bunch of FBAs on Clubhouse.
Probably. I'm not saying don't get defensive. And yo, listen, this is how real it is. They could be Spanish organizations that's the same way. I don't know them motherfuckers either.
Right.
That's my point. You get what I'm saying? So it's more or less like, do these people actually affect your life? Like, who are these motherfuckers?
No, this is the
That's
thing.
all I'm taking out.
Okay. Do you know about reparations, right?
Correct.
Do you know what reparations are, or what
Yes.
people are asking for?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about the 40 acres and the mule. I know what you're talking about. Well, that's the story we were given. That's the story we were given. It could have been more than that. Who knows?
Financial compensation that would accrue from what 40 acres and a mule would be worth to this day. You know, that's what they're talking about. But on another note, you have some people that said these people should get it. Some people said these people shouldn't get it. You know, there's always this dispute of who's ethnically a black, and that's where the dispute gets, because we've heard the things about hip hop and who created hip hop and who had their influence on hip hop, and there's been disputes and disagreements, and Fat Joe's been at the head of that. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
So now check this out. I got you. You ever seen the movie Temptations? Oh no. You ever seen the movie of Lionel Richie? Lionel Richie.
No, I never.
There's a movie of Lionel Richie, and niggas was rapping on the corners, bro. And that was in the fucking 40s and 50s type shit. That was before these niggas was fucking born. Niggas, they in the movies they showed it, but you know, there's no beats and shit, but you see the essence of it. You see the groups. They're showing it when, like, Lil Richie's a kid growing up and he's running through the streets and he's going to Motown. Like, what happened? So you're telling me that when music was popping before any of us was fucking born, nobody was putting words together in a quick fashion? That's what rap is. You're doing it quick. You're not singing. Like, I think people are trying to take credit for something that was around longer than what they're trying to say. I think hip hop's been around longer than 50 years.
I'll agree with you. I think rapping and putting lyrics together has been around for longer than
that's what I'm saying.
Hip hop, but I think that genesis happened in New York at a time when it was like early 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know the story. The nigga was in the park. Yeah, he said the dude was in the park that I guess a Jamaican dude gave him the turntables, and I know, but if you listen to the actual people, right? Well, there was still a couple of people that are around today that were there. You get what I'm saying? Not these niggas that came later, because these Lord Jamar and Fat Joe, them niggas came later. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about niggas that were adults in the 80s. And there's niggas that were like break dancers, and they talk about it, how niggas is all there together. Because when you in the Bronx, nigga, that's all Latinos and blacks. We're all together. We're all together, nigga. So when you're putting up your turntable, it's probably a Puerto Rican nigga handing you the next turntable. And then your cousin plugging in one wire, and this other Puerto Rican nigga plugging in the other wire, and this nigga bringing in the speakers. We're all doing this, but you know how it is when niggas want credit? Everybody want to be Michael Jordan. Nobody wants to be Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen's the loser. Everybody wants to be Michael Jordan. Remember that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is everybody wants to have credit for something, but then we got this name calling, we got this finger pointing, and we got this excluding going on all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Or we got this lack of inclusion, or we have an overabundance of people that want to be included in things that they feel like they have a right to. You feel what I'm saying? Like I know you don't know about it, but you have there's a guy, Puerto Rican, who's saying that Puerto Ricans should be added to FBA, Foundational Black Americans. So there's all kinds of crazy people that's on the outside of.
Well, how far back is FBA?
Where this is at?
Because if you want to get honest, you don't. That's why I said it all depends on who you. All right, I'm about to say some real shit. I'm gonna take this off the screen for a second. I got a Native American friend. He's Foxwood Indian. There's 2 casinos in Connecticut, Foxwoods and Mohegan. So the two Native Americans that we really is the Foxwood Indian tribes and the Mohegan tribe. Get what I'm saying? Like as the state, because they're the only two niggas with casinos in our state. So I met this nigga in 2000 who was locked up. He's a Foxwood Indian. He kept telling me this shit in prison, but I thought that nigga was bullshit. So yeah, and you know how to start. Well, I don't know if you've ever been in prison, but in prison, everybody sold the most drugs. Everybody had the most money. Everybody had the most expensive car, the biggest house, and they always end the story with, "Let me get a suit." That always happens. If you got all this money, you still got a suit. It always happens, but I swear to God. The nigga selling bricks, all this shit. He got the best bitch, he got the biggest crib, but he need a suit though. So this nigga's telling me how. So basically, what I'm saying is, niggas in prison they lie a lot. So he telling me how he is Native American. I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Just keep looking out. I'm trying to smoke this weed, man. Sure enough, the nigga keep talking about it. And the nigga, because with your counselor, well, I don't know about out there, but with your counselor, you can write him and get an actual copy of your inmate accounts to show all your deposits and your withdrawals for commissary and shit. It'll show you who's sending you the money and everything. This is back in 2000. And the nigga was showing me the drops from the fucking from Foxwoods. The tribe was sending them drops $5,000 a month, monthly, just to be alive. He was getting 5 racks because he was in prison. It's actually more than that. But because he was in prison, he was only getting 5 racks. And the state couldn't touch his money.
Let me ask you this. You say he was a Foxwood Indian, right?
Foxwood Native American. They don't like the word Indian.
Native American. What did he look like?
Light skin. Yeah, that's what I call it, nigga, light skin. He lighter than me. Matter of fact, let me see. He looked like a light. He looked like, matter of fact, a little bit darker than Bad Bunny. Light skin like that. But his father, because I met his father's dark like you. His father's Foxwood Indian, dark like you.
All right, I did a show. I did a show on my channel, right? It's the only place in Mexico where they celebrate Juneteenth. You know about Juneteenth?
Yeah, I don't really like that shit. Yeah.
All right, so there's a place in Mexico where they celebrate Juneteenth. It's the only place in Mexico where they celebrate Juneteenth. It's called Nacimiento de los Negros. And it's a place where the Black Seminoles came down from the Canadian border through Oklahoma, and they settled in that part of Mexico. And the Mexican government gave them all 75,000 acres over there to settle in that place right there. And they still commemorate their Black heritage with the Black slaves who got freed in 1865 with the Juneteenth. So, so those are Seminoles who are Native Americans who were Black people who are still practicing their heritage there in Mexico.
So what if I told you, I don't like sharing certain shit in real life because certain people ain't ready. And on the internet, it makes it worse. Because you don't never know who listening. Motherfuckers really ain't ready. All right. So what if I told you, what if I told you that the word black actually means devoid of color? You're not devoid of color. Like, devoid of positive. Get what I'm saying? So the actual phrase black don't even make sense. If you go further back into the maps, it tells you that motherfuckers that look like me and you, we are indigenous to here.
Of course.
That's why they've made up the phrase black. Because everybody who identifies as black, you can't even ask for reparations because the reparations are only for the indigenous people. That's what that whole phrase black is about. That's what they talk about. They're like, yo, if you want to get real, even the people that they call the natives, they're not the indigenous. It's not them. It's the darker you are, the more you are. Because this is why I tell people, let's go by the history, right? And we were all come from Africa, like we say, right? Well, back then, nigga, there was no house.
Wait. Hold on. See, you're making assumptions that people believe like you believe.
That's why I said what they say. That's
Yeah.
why I said this is what we're taught.
You might believe that, but somebody else might not believe that. See,
They do.
the thing that you saying right now is exactly what the foundational Black Americans are saying.
So now listen, they do. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Because I used to go through this shit with you know how niggas be scared of Jehovah's Witness? The niggas scared of me back then. Because they used to be like, oh, the marijuana. I'd be like, well, marijuana is a new word. If you want to get to let's get to the root word. The actual word of this is a herb. Is this not a herb? Because this is how you got to give it to them. They'd be like, yes. Okay, I'm going to look up. I'm going to show you in the Bible where it says, God put all herbs on earth for man to prosper. They'd be like, correct. Yeah, so didn't you just say this is an herb? No, let me hit my weed. They'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, you're Jehovah's Witness. Right? You understand that this whole book took place in Africa? They're like, what? Yeah, you know this whole book took place in Africa. So if this book took place in Africa at a time where there were no houses, I don't care how white you are, eventually your bloodline is either going to adapt and get dark or you're going to fucking die. These are the two options. This is why I've never seen a black caveman. I've never seen that shit before because now that we share the information, now that we know about the Sumerians, it goes further back, and they're dark, nigga. They like us, bro. We get under the sun and we just get crazy. I mean, we get more golden, nigga. I don't need no what's that shit? SPF, whatever the fuck they put on their skin. I don't need none of that, bro. I be at the beach and I get nice and dark, nigga.
Okay, so let's yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the way I believe is we the original man. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct.
The original man from the original planet.
9 ether souls, 9 ether beings, bro.
Majority of people make the mistake and they think that their country defines their race.
Nationality. Nationality and race.
They start aligning themselves with their nationality and their
Not their race.
ethnicity as opposed to their race. If they look at themselves from their racial components, then they would align themselves more along with their people. But people make the mistake because they align themselves with their culture or la cultura, but they make the mistake of not really taking the facts and putting the facts in perspective. And that's where things are getting distorted.
I agree. I tell niggas like this all the time, B. I could show you, I could pull up a clip right now. The word nigga, the definition of nigga means king. It doesn't mean what the Americanized. This is what Martin Luther King was talking about. America's built for the black man, for the white man. So anything that's pro-black is going to be looked at as a negative. They're going to try to turn it as an anything. That's why you don't really see too many. You ever seen like a warehouse of like all right, you know how you have cubicles of offices? You ever seen them in the movies? How it's a bunch of big ass. I've never seen that shit like that in real life of all black people. Never. I've seen them with white people. Whole big ass room, desks, offices, a bunch of secretaries, all white people, sprinkle Puerto Ricans, sprinkle blacks, but not a whole shit of all black people. Never.
Yeah. I mean,
unless niggas is fighting. Move it up.
You know what I wanted to get to though is on the East Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's together, more or less, right? To a certain degree, right? There's pockets and there's areas where people ain't rocking with, because I've seen issues between Dominicans and Black Americans. That's been publicized on Reddit. That's been on YouTube. We've heard a lot of racial things being said back and forth. You know
but you gotta remember, like over here, they teach us that the DR and Haiti is 2 separate locations. Well, that's one island.
I
grew up thinking that was 2 different places. That is one island.
It's one island called Hispaniola. And
but no, what I'm saying is the way the way we grew up, we thought it was always two different locations.
But
You
you
get what I
have to
mean?
take in. Have you ever taken into consideration why?
Why we believe that, or why we're taught that?
Yeah, why was your perception that?
Well, I know why. I know why the island is like that, but why the curriculum was like that?
Yeah, I'm
I got a
asking
bunch of
you
theories.
why your perception was like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a bunch of theories. Because I can't. They're not even theories. They're hypotheses. Because I don't have enough proof for them to be. Because remember, your thought is a hypothesis. Then you gotta have enough evidence to make it a theory, and then more evidence. Get what I'm saying? It's only a hypothesis. So this is what I think, bro. This is what I think. The more we stay segregated, the more we stay apart, the more we stay fighting each other. Because now we're doing the job for them. They got so good at it that it's on autopilot, and we're killing ourselves now. It's to that. But once we figure out that we don't need that we are what we saying, forget it. We ain't gonna be the problem. We're not gonna have the problem. And the system, the people who created the system, that 1%, they're gonna have the problem because they're gonna be the problem. And this is why the system wants to keep us fighting.
You guys keep talking about they and systems.
I didn't say they. I'm giving you a person. I'm giving you because remember.
But the question I asked you was.
I just told you. You said, why do I think? Because I think as long as we're separated, the job is easier for them. That's why I think.
The question I was going to ask you, and I'm going to ask you again, was what is the reason why you perceived that the island was two different places?
It was never spoken about in one location. Never. Matter of fact, one of my boys, like I can't even say he my boy because I don't fuck with this nigga no more. But the nigga that painted my Beamer, the one that put the stripes on, you see the way my Beamer look with the stripes?
Yeah.
The nigga that did that painting, his wife is Dominican. He Puerto Rican, so he always in the DR. And he was telling me about how he was like, yeah, nigga, and half the island is all Haitians. I was, what? What the fuck you talking about? What? Get the fuck out of here. And he like, right when he said it, I lit an L and got right on the internet. What, nigga? And that just happened in conversation. And then the more people I talk about it, they're like, yeah, this and this and that. I'm like, hold up. And then that's what I tell Puerto Ricans. Imagine Puerto Rico being split in half, and this side being called whatever, and then this side being called this. What the fuck? So now let's get back to what you were saying. So now remember, people like to confuse being racist and prejudiced, just like they like to confuse their nationality and their race. People get these four confused. So now, your nationality is your nation, your land, right? So wouldn't a Dominican and a Haitian be the same nationality, even though they're calling it Haiti in the DR? Wouldn't they have, because they're from the same land? Whatever the name you want to call it, that's a different story. But should they be from the? Am I right or am I wrong? It's the same land.
Yes and no. It's the same land mass, but it's separated by borders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you want to call it is separate, but it would be the same land.
The same could be said about Mexicans and Canadians with people from the United States.
There's been wars.
They're on the same landmass. So that's the same thing as people on the same landmass in Haiti, but they're separated by different cultures and different colonial oppression that dictated their culture. And see, that's the thing that we're not speaking about in these different is where the difference of opinion is because people have alliance to different colonial powers.
Yeah, correct.
We talk about
we go through that.
Spanish, You know what I'm saying? And these are alliances to Eurocentric, Anglo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I called it. I was talking about that shit earlier. The young thing, they poisoned the brain. They poisoned the cerebral mind. Like, so we got a Spanish rapper that's been in Miami for like 15, 20 years talking. His name is Tego Calderon. Nigga darker than you. Dreads, always had dread, everything. And he talks about how he don't fuck with Daddy Yankee for that reason. He's like, nah. He's like, I don't fuck with Daddy Yankee and I don't fuck with Sean John because he was like, Diddy tried to get him to sign a clothing contract, right? And he was like, yo, but the dude wanted to give me like $1,500 for the whole contract when I knew that he had people in these other countries slaving, making these the whole outfit was probably gonna cost him $3, and he was selling these shits at like $70 a shirt. I'm not doing that. He was like, that's basically me promoting like child slavery. I'm not doing that. He's like, hell no. And then Daddy Yankee signed real quick, and that's when he was like, this is what we talking about. He was like, a lot of these light skinned motherfuckers, mind you, he's talking pure Spanish. And when he left Florida and went to Puerto Rico to say this shit. He's like, this is what we talking about. So we got that shit too, kind of. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's hard to explain, bro. It's like some self-hate shit. I don't know. Because a nigga see a nigga like me that we might look like each other. Because I say maybe because my mind don't work like that. You get what I mean? So I'm just guessing.
Okay. Let me say it to you like this. I have Puerto Rican people in my family. I have Spanish people in my family. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand you got shades. I got people in my family that's as black as this shirt that come from Puerto Rico. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there are people in Puerto Rico that is as white as some of the bottom of
my mom is like that. My mom is like that, white as hell, blonde hair.
People people need to understand that all of these places are countries that have had multitudes of people immigrate through them. That's why people look certain ways. First off, ethnically and genetically, you have an island that was first inhabited by a native population. Then a native population had a slave population come in. Also, you had a slave owner population come in as well, which created a culture of people that created what's called the Puerto Rican. You feel what I'm saying? And it's multitude of things that came into play there. And some people have more, some people have less. And it's just like here in the United States. Some people have more, some people have less. Motherfuckers got to understand that, but they don't.
I think they don't want to. Some people are so comfortable some people are so comfortable in what they know. They're scared to go outside the box. They're scared to, how do you say? Some people are so comfortable in their world that they don't want to shatter it to understand that you might be a millionaire in this world, but shatter that and you're gonna be a trillionaire in that world. You get what I'm saying? Because my mind don't work like that. My mind never had, even growing up, they programmed us like that. That's how we were programmed to fight. So this is how my shit worked. First, it was fight against everybody who's not in your house. Doesn't matter if they're related to you or not. They don't live with you, they the ops. That's the number one thing. So your first front is like your parents. If you got brothers and sisters, it's your first loyalty. There's nothing, you know what I mean? That's the number one. Then once you get outside the household, you're loyal to your bloodline. You know what I mean? You're loyal to your bloodline. So now I'm like, hold up, what? So now hold up, I'm supposed to be only loyal to Puerto Rican? Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. So now I'm taking this shit in. Like, okay, so I'm supposed to be loyal to only Puerto Ricans, but the nigga I fuck with the most in class is this black kid. This black kid is who I'm with every day. No, but this
That who's telling you
That's
that?
a great question. Hold on, bro. Let me, because I never thought that nobody's ever asked me these questions. So I don't think it's something that nobody's ever sat down and told you. I think this is just like an unwritten rule. Like, you know, in baseball, like I'm a baseball dude. You know, in baseball, there's unwritten rules.
Look,
I think it's something
my
like that.
homegirl saying nah. Look, my homegirl Puerto Rican, and she's saying nah.
Okay.
She's
Because
saying
ain't nobody
it
ever.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. I grew up in the hood. I grew up in the projects where the black, we were all together. Blacks, everything was all, we were all together. That,
Right.
you know who was rare to me? A white person. The only time we
No,
say
but
white people was in
she was
the
telling
cops
you.
in churches. I mean, in schools as a teacher. That's what I'm saying. This is just like an unwritten rule. Because as I'm coming up, all the Puerto Ricans, they're together, and all the black kids, they're together. So I'm like,
I know,
this is
but
how I
who's
see it.
telling y'all that?
No, remember, I'm young, so nobody's telling me shit. So this is why I had a lot of problems. Because I was like, hold up, so I'm supposed to, because I started having problems with Spanish kids. And I'm like, hold up, so you telling me that I'm supposed to be loyal to this nigga that I just punched in the face, but this black kid that's with me fighting this other Spanish nigga because they were trying to jump me, I'm not supposed to be loyal to him? He my boy. I don't know these motherfuckers. And they were like, what? And they talking to me in Spanish. I'm like, nah, fuck you. You know English, nigga, talk to me in English. What's the problem? And they're like,
Okay,
what the fuck?
she said, no, that's not an unwritten rule. That's learned behavior. I'm from the Bronx and I'm mixed. Never have been taught that.
That's what I just said. You're not. It's not something you're taught. It's not something you're told. To be taught is something you're told. Yo, listen, bro. I need you to grab this microphone and grab your notebook and repeat the rhymes the way you're saying it in your head and breathe correctly. That's somebody telling you, right? That's somebody teaching you, right? So if you learn it on your own,
No. It's like a learned behavior would be like, hey, don't fuck with them or don't trust them over there. You know, don't trust those black dudes over there.
Is that somebody
be cool
telling
with
you?
him. Yeah, say this is your uncle. He's telling
Nah,
you,
nigga,
hey.
I know.
Well, who told you?
What you said? I never had that.
So where did you pick that thought process up at?
I'm telling you what I saw.
But you did come.
When I leave the house,
your first language, so of course.
No, English is my second language.
No, I'm saying I know that English is your second language. So I'm saying that I know that when you first got here, of course, you supposed to kick it with the Spanish people because you got to talk to them.
In the
because
beginning, I did because I can't talk English. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, and then but when I learned English, but so now check it. Let's say I only talk Spanish, right? And you talk English, right? But I'm around a bunch of Puerto Ricans, but I know this certain group of Puerto Ricans that grimy, so we don't get along. So off rip, I'm not gonna be around them. You get what I'm saying? So off rip, I'm not around them.
Or seeing like that learned behavior. So did you have uncles or brothers, older brothers around?
Yeah, but everybody a lot older than me. My brother's 6 years older than me. You know what I mean? So when I'm like in elementary, he's already damn near in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm the youngest. All my relatives, everybody's older than me. Everybody's older than me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like the way I grew up, it wasn't like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I grew up selling drugs when I was young. When I was in the streets when I was real young. Like my older cousins, that's what we were into. We all got money when we were young.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You say you was doing time, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you doing time, are you celled up with only Puerto Ricans or are you?
No, that's right. So I talked about that earlier. On the West, they don't really, on the East or in Connecticut, I don't know about everywhere else, but in Connecticut, if you tell them you're down with a gang, that's the worst thing to do. Right. The worst thing to do in this prison is to tell them you're down with a gang. It's the worst. They're going to make your time harder. In other words, let's say you're in there on a drug charge. Now you're gonna do 100% of your charge because now they're putting you as a gang affiliated. So now you got to go to a whole nother prison, and you got to do this whole gang shit. They don't fuck with that shit in Connecticut, bro. That shit, they don't fuck with that shit. So if you go in there and say you're down with a gang, it's the worst thing to do for yourself.
Yeah,
The
no,
worst. It's not like over there where they put you.
about gang.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Over here, they don't segregate you. They put you all together. Everything is together. They don't give a fuck. They'll put if you're in a prison, you could be in there with a lifer. You're in the same cell. Won't matter.
Yeah,
They don't give a
that
fuck.
you can be that here. But would you
No,
be
they
in
don't.
there with a white person in your cell?
I have.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been with white people and black people, but I told you, David, all that, like, you see how out west they got the Aryans and all that? That's not out, that don't pop out here. And if it do, they super on the low. They're not out there with it. And the ones that are out there with it, they're not. Because remember, we're in 2024. They get it now. The niggas ain't walking around like, oh, fuck. It's not like that, bro. It's at the 70s. We don't live like that over here. But,
Yeah,
like,
no,
I used to have this.
I'm saying in like, so I know in like, I don't know about Connecticut, but I know in Rikers Island you got like Latin Kings.
But that's a
And
county. Rikers Island is a county. That's not a prison.
even in the prison, you got the Latin Kings, then you got the Bloods, you got Muslims,
Yeah.
you got whatever these niggas right
Yeah,
there,
no, the
right?
gangs are here. No, they're
And then
here. But I think they don't punish you for
niggas
designated.
become blood because they were receiving oppression from Latin gangs.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But what you're
So
saying is everybody
there's
knowing.
a racial separation inside these places.
It used to be. That's what I'm saying. It used to be. Not so much now. It used to be. The gangs used to run rampant. Yeah, there was. But that's what I'm saying. They all right. So like over here, this is how they stopped all the violence. Because there used to be mad gang violence. They used to get this is how they stopped it. Assault on inmate that gives you a year more on your time. And you don't gotta press charges. The state will do it for you. They'll give you a year on top of your time. So if you're doing 4 years, you got to do that whole 4 and then start the year. That's for assault on an inmate type shit. If you assault a DOC, they start at 5 years. And then that's all consecutive. So it don't matter how much time you're doing, you got to finish that and then start the assault time. Then they started giving what they call as outside charges. That's how they killed that shit over here. They're like, oh, you want to be a gang member? Oh, okay, so cool. You got to do these 10 years and then do these 6 months for stabbing that nigga. So now you're doing 10 and a half years for a drug case that you should have been home on 5 after parole. But to answer your question, the Latin Kings used to do that out here in Connecticut. They used to. I talked about that. These colors are a gang in Connecticut.
So they do have Latin Kings where you're at, right?
Not so much now, but they did before. I talked about that. But I guess you were doing what you were doing. Because back in the day over here, the blacks used to be called, the black gangs used to be called, first they became 20 Love, but before that they were called the Magnificent 17, then the Magnificent 18, then the Magnificent 19, then they became 20 Love. And their colors were black and green. This is in Connecticut.
Right.
And then the Puerto Rican gangs were the Nietas and the Latin Kings. Those were the 2 Puerto Rican gangs. Then what started happening, like it started in, because the niggas in New York talked about it. Some Spanish niggas from Connecticut went over there and started spanking them Latin King niggas. What happened was that the Latin King niggas, they became bullies.
Whoa.
I'm trying to tell you, they became bullies. No, these is fact. It's fact. No, this is actual facts. The Latin King niggas became bullies. And they started.
The Latin Kings from Connecticut went
No,
to
I'm talking about in prison. Listen to what I'm saying. The Latin Kings in New York and all the prisons, they became bullies. So the Latin Kings, to begin with, what they started with was to stand up against oppression. You know what I mean? That's how the Latin Kings started, to stand up against. So now the same Latin niggas is like, hold up, bro. Like, we're supposed to be standing against oppression, not bullying shit.
Who was they feeling oppression from?
Who are you talking about? The Latin Kings?
Yeah.
So now you got to remember, Puerto Rico's a small island. So
No,
we like to. I'm trying to tell you, we like to stick to
me.
us. I am. You gotta, because I can't just give you the answer. You're gonna be like, that shit don't make no sense. That's all you're gonna say. I'm gonna give you the answer. You're gonna be like, that shit don't make no sense. So Puerto Ricans, we come from a small island. So whenever you see another Puerto Rican, we stick together. We treat each other like family, even though we could be complete strangers. It's like that. That's how it used to be. Like, I don't know you from a hole in the wall. You Puerto Rican, I'm Puerto Rican, nigga. We family now. Like that. So we always stuck together. That's how that shit started. We're sticking together. If you're not, you know what I mean? That's how that shit started.
What does that have to do with? Oh, do you understand what oppression is?
Yes.
Okay, so just being together has nothing to do with oppression.
So remember, at this time, there isn't a lot of Puerto Ricans.
The two are different.
You got to remember, at this time, so if you go on a project, there's only one Spanish family. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it could be one Puerto Rican, 20 blacks, and 20 white people. That nigga might feel intimidated.
Let me call you in this few minutes. I'm in the middle of live. Okay. All right. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, okay, so
when you live and you get them phone calls, I hate that shit, you know.
Yeah. Who were you feeling who were they feeling the oppression from?
So now you're going back to a time where I wasn't even born. I can't answer that. I wasn't born. I wasn't there. I can't tell you that. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you about that. I could just be speculating because I wasn't there. I can't tell you that I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So maybe back then the Puerto Ricans the Puerto Ricans and the blacks were beefing the way the blacks and the Mexicans are on the West Coast. Maybe it was like that. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't born then. I wasn't born, and my family wasn't here then. My family was still in Puerto Rico. Remember, I told you I'm the first one born here. So my family before 85, my family wasn't here. My bloodline is in Puerto Rico before 85. I'm born in 1980.
Oye, Papo, calmado.
No, I am. Is that you're asking me questions that I don't have the answer to.
Okay,
you know, so my bloodline wasn't even here.
But you did speak to the fact that the reason they started because of oppression, right?
All gangs started from oppression.
You know,
yeah.
You did say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only question that I was asking you, if they were feeling oppression, it had to be was it from whites? Was it from blacks? Was it from Chinese?
Yeah,
you have to be. I think if I had to take a guess of a strong entity, you just said that the whites are a really small minority on the east, right?
Yeah, well, I grew up at that.
Yeah. Okay. So when we think about oppression, it had to be oppression from blacks.
Maybe. And who knows? Who knows? I don't know. It could have been some gang niggas from Puerto Rico that was running from some shit over there and came over here and started some shit. Who knows? I don't know. All I do know is how it ended in Connecticut. I know that. I know how that shit ended in Connecticut. And it's like,
and I'm not going to highlight the fact of this side being up or this side being down. Well, I'm just trying to lay it out that there is adverse relations that come from even long in the past. You feel what I'm saying?
Always.
Those things is going to always be in every ghetto. It don't matter what the people look like, because a Somalian can live right next door to a Gambian and they ain't going to like each other, and both of them from Africa.
And a lot of that shit, think about what you just said. This motherfucker live right here. This motherfucker, right? That means y'all don't have a problem. Your problem is financially. Because if your yard was a mile long and this nigga yard was a mile long, you probably wouldn't have a problem.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that should be financial. That's what I'm trying to tell people. I'm like, yo, listen, so you telling me if you had $1 million, you hate this motherfucker? I'm going to answer that for you. No. You know why? Because you would be somewhere the fuck else. You probably wouldn't even run into me.
Majority of the problem is psychological.
That's what I remember how I said we have a problem with ourselves.
These small little issues, because you start feeling like you're better than somebody because you got to make yourself feel better because you living in a situation that you don't really feel good about yourself.
Bro, I tell niggas all the time, bro. I don't believe in segregation. I believe in negative and positive at this point in my life because I done did everything else. So I don't give a fuck if you look like me or you don't look like me. Do you have a negative state of mind or do you have a positive state of mind? And that's how I know if you are op. If you're on some negative shit, you the ops. Stay your negative ass over there. I don't want none of your negative energy around me. You know what I mean? Because it's like I told you, if this was back in the day and we didn't make buildings yet, which means we didn't have a roof, which means we didn't have umbrellas, and we were under the sun all day long, we would be dark as hell. Our skin adapts to our environment. And that's why I tell people, fuck an opinion, bro. I like the facts. This is what
Let me ask you this. As long as Fat Joe, as long as Fat Joe has been out there, he can be in the sun for 100 years.
I know you think you're gonna get red.
He's not gonna turn brown like us.
But remember, he worked for Rock Nation now. So everything he's doing is sanctioned by Rock Nation. Remember, he did that. Remember, he did that shit with, I think it was Shannon Sharp. He said, yo, this is a prime example. And I screenshot it the other day. He was like, yo, I had a deal with this company. They were going to give me $1 million. He said, I thought I had a great deal. He goes, he talked to Rosie Perez or whatever that chick name is, Perez from Rock Nation. Same deal got him over $3 million, but he had to sign to Rock Nation.
Fuck the colorism.
True shit. Whoever said that, because I can't see the comments, I agree with that person. Fuck the colorism. What happened? I didn't hear the last part.
Oh, look, they said FBA are racist. Wow.
That's what. All right, so now check this out.
Perception. See, look, this is the thing. This is the way I look at life. Everybody has their own perception. Everybody's perception is their own reality. Each one of us live in our own universe. We just share universes with each other. Because I can
slow down. You gotta let people absorb what you just said. That was a lot of information for some people. Yeah, you are correct. What you believe is your reality. That means you're the creator of your reality. Lowercase g. You are correct.
Every concept that you create is the concept that you create in your own world. You are your own creator, your own destiny, and you are your own God. You create your own mind. Your concept of God comes from your concept of a God in your mind.
Yep, I agree with that.
He does say some wild racist stuff. He does. But
see, whoa.
Tariq, people say some wild racist shit to Tariq. I have listened to his lives and people come in there, African people coming in saying all kind of racist shit. So you got to have some thick skin out there because people be coming for you.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people be fronting though. Like that kid Nick Fuentes. That nigga, he's not even white. He's not white. Fuentes is not a white last name, bro. He's not white. Yes, it is. Fuentes, nigga, I know there's a whole bunch of Fuentes in my hood. They don't know English. They don't know English, nigga.
Let me slow you down. Hey, let me slow you down again. And let me take you back to the root. Where does the Spanish language come from?
You talk about color again.
¿De dónde viene?
Yo vengo de Puerto Rico, pai. I don't come from Spain.
I'm talking about the Spanish.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not speaking Spanish. I'm speaking Puerto Rican. We don't. The words don't mean the same. Our word. That's what I'm saying. Our words have different definitions.
That's a different dialect, but the derivative in the initial language.
So that's like saying we England. That's like saying we England.
Come on.
That's what you're saying. We England.
Come on, you ain't being real.
America. I'm talking about America. What we're speaking is the derivative of. But what we're speaking right now is a derivative of what they speak in England.
But it comes from the parental language, which is English, which comes from England. And
That's what I just said.
And Spanish comes from from España, Spain, right? Which is a European white country. So the name Fuentes can be for a white person. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They were college. All right. I had to learn this from a Jamaican. I had to learn this from a Jamaican boy. Check this out. I had to learn this from a Jamaican boy. My boy tried to tell me that there's a whole bunch of Jamaicans named Pablo or some shit. Like they got a Spanish name. I was like, what?
Why not?
He was like, yeah, you go down there. I was like, the fuck? It was some Spanish name that I never heard anything outside of a Puerto Rican. I never even had. Trying to think of what the fuck it is, yo. But he was explaining to me how they were conquered back in the day by Spain and all this shit. And I'm like, what?
They're getting on you right now. They saying this. They saying this Puerto Rican doesn't even know Puerto Rican history.
I'm not even. We're talking about Spain. Puerto Rican doesn't have a history because we were called Borique. Puerto Rico's a new age thing. Our island was called Borique. That's why we call ourselves Boricuas.
Oh,
Puerto Rico's a new age thing.
Are y'all hearing him? He giving y'all some game on his history.
100% facts. Puerto Rico used to be called Borique.
I mean,
it wasn't called Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's a new age. It's called Borique. That's why I said I don't speak Spanish. I talk that. I talk Boricua. I'm not talking Spanish. That's why I say that.
Wait a minute. You speak Spanish.
This is what you want to call it, Spanish. Está bien. I'm not arguing with you. Cool, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Boricua. We speak Borican. Get what I mean? But since we were conquered, the history's changed. Now we're Puerto Rico and we speak Spanish. Get what I'm saying?
No, because
now
you're not speaking the same dialect that you would speak prior to the Spanish colonization.
All I know, prior to any colonization, we were Tainos. Yeah, that's what I know. We were Tainos.
Okay, so do you speak Taino language?
Which is closer to Borican. Yeah, that's closer to that.
My friend.
You're asking me questions that I don't have answers to, bro.
So because you don't speak Taino.
I never heard nobody speak that language. For all I know, what I'm speaking is Taino. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I never heard no one speak that language. I can't give you that answer. I never even thought about looking that up. You're making me want to look it up on YouTube right now. You're making me want to look that up right now. Hold on. I don't know what that sounds like.
It's crazy, man. You're saying, but well, I'll let you say that. We'll let you say that.
Well, I'm saying what? I'm telling you the history that was told. Because remember, the only people that tell you history is the people who won the war.
And that's crazy. What's crazy is that everyone is mixed. Even blacks now carry white. Of course, black people is mixed.
Yeah, we know this.
The United States is mixed.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, my man. Nah, he doing this thing, man. He doing the best he can do. He up here repping his. He up here repping his history, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm an American, bro. Don't get it twisted. I'm born in America, but my race is Puerto Rican. My nationality is American. I'm American. I'm an American.
You was born in where at?
I told you that. I'm born here in Connecticut. I'm the first one born here in my bloodline. Everybody's born in Puerto Rico. I told you that. We don't even talk English in my household. I had to learn English.
What are you talking in your household?
Spanish.
What language you talking in your household? Nigga, I told you've been speaking Spanish the whole time. I just wanted you to.
You didn't hear what I said? You didn't hear what I said? You didn't hear what I said? I said we calling it Spanish now. I've been said that to you. I said that. I don't think you hear what I said that. I don't think you hearing me. I said if that's what we're calling it, then that's what we calling it. I said that. I said, but to me, I'm speaking Boricua and I'm Boricua. That's what I said to me.
Tainos, Europeans, and Africans since PR was colonized by Spain is where the Spanish come from. 5, he said he speaks Puerto Rican. He did. Look.
I'm Puerto Rican, bro.
I'm just reading the comments, my
So,
G.
see, so I ain't worried about that. So see, shit like that, I don't. Those are the things that I think is the problem with us. That we're too busy looking at. We're too busy looking at things that divide us instead of looking for the things that's gonna bring us together.
No, it's not that we're looking for the things to divide us. We're looking for clarity. We're looking for the genuine the reality of what it really is. You know what I'm saying? When we start distorting the facts and not saying what it is, that the Spanish language does come.
Hold up right there. So now stop right there. Remember how you just said talking the facts, right?
I'll let you cook. Hold on. I'll let you cook. Let me cook. And when we start distorting the facts that Spain is a European country, that's when the things get distorted.
Listen, I don't believe that. Listen, I don't believe that. Listen, what you just said, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that. You know why?
You don't believe Spain is a European country?
Let me tell you why. Because what you just said is, what you say, we got to go with the facts. Well, 90% of the shit that we believe is a fact, we openly know it's a lie. 90% of the information we have on our history, we know it's a lie. So 90% of the shit that we believe is a fact is a fucking lie. We know this. So when niggas is like, yo, okay, so then, so if that really took place, so in Sumeria, when everything was connected, because they say at one point in time all the lands were one, so that never happened. Because we're still affecting from that, so that never happened. Because I believe all that shit is Africa. I don't believe that. I don't believe that shit, bro. I believe the darker you are, the more closer you are to the universe. Word up. I don't believe that. I don't adhere to that shit.
You got
your. You know what I'm saying? I don't because I've seen pictures of Queen Elizabeth bending the knee, kissing the hand of a black king. I've seen this, so
okay,
I don't adhere to
that. But
I don't
you're telling me,
damn, I don't adhere.
You're telling me that Spain is not a European country?
I said I don't adhere to it.
Huh?
I don't adhere to it. I don't care about Spain. I care about America.
What? Okay, hold on. I'll be in there right now.
I hope everything is okay over there. I hope all is well over there. I only care about us, bro. Fuck a negative yesterday. I dwell on the positive todays and tomorrows, bro. That's how I look at it. Fuck all that shit. True shit. That's really how I look at shit. True talk. I don't give nothing negative no energy.
Hey, bro. I gotta.
I hope all is well. Down. Yeah, I hope everything is good. Hey, we're gonna have to carry this conversation on a different day, a little bit earlier. That's all. It's got to be taking place earlier today.
Right.
Well, over there is early for y'all. Over here is 1:30 in the morning.
Emergency. Oh, fuck! I forgot about this. Salute, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, don't forget you're live. So end the live before you carry your conversation.
No question.